welcome back to Monster Motorsports Diecast Racing Network, home to the Pacific Rim Speedway. I am your host and commentator for this evening. I'm Roberto. Thank you for joining. And if you are watching on our Facebook live stream right now, tag a friend, share the show, do what you like. We are just having a party in here. And if you are watching the rewind on YouTube, be sure to hit that yes, this is live commentary, so there are flubs. I'm a flubber. And if you are watching on YouTube, watching the rewind, please like and subscribe and leave a comment below. We always love interacting with all our followers, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. And tonight, I am super excited because this is part 5 of the running of the Rim, and it is the last 6 drivers to see who are going to be our top 8 drivers moving into next week's semi-final rounds. And let's see, who do we got? Mike Mays from RTR says, Flubberto. Hey, we got Sneaky Bob in the house. We got Chris from Toon Tracks Racing. John Receiver from Jack, John, and Katie Racing. Did I get that right? I think so. Vern Davis from up the Great White North. Norm and Vern Racing. We got Timmy Hanley from where? EMR Event Park up in Pennsylvania. Willie Maykit, Donovan Kenyon, Chad Guerin, who is Daddy G from G4 Diecast Racing, John Tran from Transport Diecast Racing. Oh, and wait a minute. Speaking of Transport Diecast Racing, man, tomorrow is round 2 at Transport Diecast Racing for the DIRS. Then in 2 weeks, it's coming to Monster Motorsports, then to RTR, then to Jackson Pass, then to We Race Diecast, then to Live Young Diecast, then to Flat Rabbit Racing, Flat Rabbit, and finally for the finals, heading over the pond to New Zealand to Chaos Canyon Diecast Racing. So, and we are continuing our recovery efforts here at Pacific Rim Speedway. As you can see, we're still trying to get some cars and their occupants out of buildings, but cleanup is going very smoothly. So we're super excited about that. So is everybody ready to see if these final 6 race uphill and get a time to put them in the top 8? I know I am. Here is where we left off last week in our top 8. You can see the green line showing who the top 8 are, and Nathan from Fast and Furious Garage in Guatemala is on the bubble. How long is Nathan going to stay on the bubble? Well, let's find out, shall we? First up, we got Scooter Roundwell from Spirit of 64 Racing right here in the USA, and he's driving the number 14 Volvo 850 Estate Wagon. And he's firing it up, getting ready to take off, and he takes off, heads around Kaiju's lair, up around the helipad. He's looking good. Oh, gets a little squirrely going into Kickapoo. Nice inside lane past the tower and up to the finish. That actually looked like a pretty decent run. Let's check out the replay. Oh wait, did he just bump the right side entering gate 1 as he heads around Kaiju's lair? Let's see that again. Right about there. Yep, he rubbed that right front tire, but he's able to recover, push it through Kaiju's lair up on the high side, which is where you want to be. Heads around the helipad, a little loose but not too bad, but I don't know. And looks like he back end got a little bit away from him as he enters Kickapoo Pass. Let's see that again. He understeers. Look at that. Not sure what happened, but I think those mistakes are not going to allow him to break the top 8. Let's see where his time ends up. Oh, Scooter Roundwell in the number 14 is in the 14th spot with 11.52 seconds, which is not a good enough time to hit the top 8. And Nathan from Guatemala is safe at the moment, but that also means Marquista has guaranteed a spot in the top 8. Let's see who our second driver is for this evening. Oh, here we go. Daddy G from G4 Diecast Racing here in Colorado, driving the number 40 Toyota MR2, which we already have one MR2 in the top 8, which is Oliver James from Transport Diecast. And Daddy G takes off. He's whoa, wow, he gets super loose on the straightaway and around the helipad. Takes the inside line up past the finish. I don't know. It looked like he stalled out heading up the straightaway after he exits Kaiju's lair right here. Very slow near the bottom of the apex, and then he just seems to slow down and just loses it, almost goes completely sideways, might have bumped the left bumper as he goes through gate number 3. Wow, he gets super squirrely. And when you get sideways, you're not pushing momentum forward. Oh, he nose ups around the helipad, then noses down. Man, I think somebody did not warm up their tires properly. Look at that. Too high, too low. I don't think he is going to be able to crack the top 8, unfortunately. Let's see where Daddy G from G4 Diecast ends up. Oh, the 18th spot with 12.276 seconds. Sorry, Daddy G, it just was not fast enough, and you were not on your game tonight. So, Nathan is still in it, still on the bubble, but that also means Scoop has clinched his spot in the final 8. So, who do we got up next for race 3? Oh, here we go. Dave from We Raced Diecast, word, in the United States, driving the Polizei BMW M3. This was one of the favorites that a lot of the fans picked to make the top 8, and Dave takes off. Whoa, he gets squirrely right in the same spot. There might be some slick oil or something in the track at that location. Let's check out the replay. Dave is doing well. Nice and strong around Kaiju's lair. He's doing well, and he starts punching it up the straightaway, and nearly right in the same spot as Daddy G. Oh, he gets loose, nails the back left end. Let's see that again. Here he comes, and yes, right there, goes loose left, and overcorrects, hits the left bumper right there at gate 3, heads around the helipad very well, and he drifts very nicely around Kickapoo Pass. Able to line up for the inside lane. Let's look at this nice high drift, and he is flooring it. So, let us see where Dave ends up in the scoring. Oh, number 13 with an 11.451 time, which is not going to be good enough to make the top 8. That means Oliver James is now guaranteed to be in the top 8, and we only have 3 more drivers left to go. Man, Nathan from Guatemala, I bet he has been sweating for the past 3 races, just hoping and praying. And Holly in Controller Room B, she's telling me that we need to cut to a commercial break. Man, there's been so many monsters attacking recently. Let's see what's going on. We'll be right back after this quick news bulletin. Hey, welcome everyone to the Monster Motorsports News Network. And unfortunately, we don't have a monster attack tonight, which is good, which is really great. However, the National Guard and local law enforcement here surrounding the Pacific Rim Speedway is enforcing a curfew. Can you believe that? Enforcing a curfew, saying it is for everyone's safety. And here they are, just armed up, patrolling the streets around the Pacific Rim Speedway, and a lot of the race fans are not happy about it. However, we want to keep our racing going. Right now, they are allowing the races continue at the Pacific Rim Speedway, but all unnecessary personnel have been escorted off the property. All we see is a lot of police cars, state patrol, Unimogs, SWAT teams is all surrounding the Pacific Rim Speedway. All civilians except for the racers and their crews have been escorted off, and the racers and their crews have been allowed to stay. So, thank you for watching Monster Motorsports News Network. Now back to your regular scheduled programming. All right, everybody, we are back, and man, I don't know if I want to tangle with any National Guard or police right now, but we are moving into race number 4. Here are the current 8 standings, and so far the top 5 are locked in. Doc, Ragtag, Marquista, Scoop, and Oliver James are guaranteed a spot in the top 8, and I believe Oliver James was kind of talking smack as long as it's 10.665 or above. But look at that, 10.664 tied, 10.665. Well, I guess wouldn't that mean Liam Taylor would also be guaranteed, or is he not safe as well? We'll just have to wait and see. Let's see who driver number 4 is this evening. Oh, Mike Mays from RTR Diecast Racing League here in the United States, driving that number 4 Audi Sport Quattro. This was the number 2 favored car to make the top 8 tonight. Wow, Mike looked like he was just slow as heck getting out of that start gate, and he is not speeding up at all. I don't know what happened there. Mike normally runs a very good race and a very good car, and wow, he's just petering along very slow. Looks like he even slows down around Kaiju's lair. Man, is he actually gonna make it around? Does he even have enough speed? Looks like he hit a speed bump there. Wow, hits the left side. Looks like bumps off the right side. And he might have bumped off the... We might have to call this straightaway, you know, Pinball Alley. Because these cars are just slipping and sliding all over the darn place. I'll tell you what. So, man, let's see where Mike Mays ends up. Let's see if his time breaks the top 8. No, but we have a new slowest time. Just in Case from Radical Case was boasting that he had the slowest car, and he did ever since round 1. But now, Mike Mays, you get the toilet bowl trophy for having the slowest time at 14.147 seconds. So, I guess that means also Liam Taylor from Riley's Racing DRC in the UK is also safe and guaranteed a spot in the final 8. Only 2 more drivers, Stumpy and Nathan. Man, they've got to be sweating. Let's see who's up next. Oh, we've got the Heartbreak Kid from Skidmark Racing driving the number 55 Toyota off-road pickup. We had one truck take the number 1 spot, so I'm not going to doubt any trucks right now. So let's see how the Heartbreak Kid does. Takes off out around Kaiju's lair. He's looking good around the helipad and up and around Kickapoo Pass, but he does take that outside line, and he flies past the finish. Let's check out the replay. Looks pretty solid going through gate 1, entering Kaiju's lair, and exiting. Oh, slips a little high right up there, but he doesn't. Whoa! He slips going right before gate 3. There must be something, some debris or something on the track. We did have our street sweepers go through, so not sure why so many drivers are slipping and sliding around this middle straightaway. So let us see where the Heartbreak Kid ends up with his time. Oh, he's in 21st place with a 12.426 seconds. Stumpy from Junk Race USA, you are safe. Man, Nathan has survived on the bubble for 5 races now. He was on the bubble last week too. So we have, man, we got to see who our 6th and final driver is going to be. Let's see who it is. Hey, Holly, who is Moxie Mike? Is he actually registered? Is he? Because I've never heard of Moxie Mike before. Is he really? Because I don't know. I Moxie Mike from Double Nuts Racing. Seriously? He's an official entrant. Moxie Mike. Well, race fans, I don't know who Moxie Mike is from Double Nuts Racing in the United States, but they are driving one hot car, the number 53 Ford Escort RS 1600. And for those of you watching on your mobile devices, you see a poll just pop up. Will Moxie Mike make the top 8 drivers? And right now, 75%, 79% of our live viewers says yes, Moxie Mike is going to make the top 8. Well, let's see if Moxie Mike from Double Nuts Racing is going to make the top 8 and bump Nathan off. Let's see what he's got. Man, that Ford sounds really throaty. Wow! He just took off like a rocket. He is straight flooring it. Rides high around Kickapoo. Hits the inside lane. And he is flying. We got to check out the replay. Almost a flawless run. If probably a flawless run. Going straight. Doesn't look to slip up here on the straightaway. Heads around the helipad. Great line as he's heading up Kickapoo Pass. Man, that, I don't know who this Moxie Mike guy is, but he definitely impressed me with this run. Let's see if his time makes the top 8. And he does! Wow! Moxie Mike from Double Nuts Racing bumps Nathan out off the bubble, and wow. Man, there are some big names that have made the top 8 semifinals, but Moxie Mike comes out of nowhere and takes the number 8th spot with 10.665 seconds. So he actually tied Stumpy from Junk Race USA, and I don't know if Oliver James knew what he was talking about. Because earlier in the week he was talking smack that is like, as long as he gets 10.665 or higher, we're good. And there you go. Man, it's exciting to see who the top 8 racers are, and I am super excited. I know everyone is super excited. Let's see who these top 8 gentlemen are that are going to be running in 2 semifinal groups next week that will be seated in 2 groups of 4. Let's check them out right here. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, the top 8 moving on to the semifinals next week. Wow. And Nathan was one of those Ford Escort rallies, but that Escort RS 1600 bumped out that Escort rally. Wow, there's your top 8. Man, I am super excited about next week. This is just going to be awesome. So, if you enjoyed the international running of the Rim and would like to participate by sending your driver and your car to one of our future races here in 2021, be sure to head on over to redlinederby.com, create an account, click on the races tab, and you will see all the races going on that you can enter. And if you are looking for more online diecast racing action, check out the DSPN report put out by Chaos Canyon Diecast Racing on their YouTube channel. Or if you are more of a digital reading type person and you like to read great articles, check out the Diecast Racing report on Facebook. And they also have a track as well. And don't forget, if you are in the local Colorado area or you don't have a diecast store near you, check out coloradodiecast.com on the web or look them up on Facebook, because they are growing in their inventory of diecast cars and it is huge. Also, if you were looking for track accessories because you're building a track and you need a start gate, trusses, you need some connectors to connect this weird track piece to another weird track piece, head on over to slanmancustoms.com as well. Wow. And, getting another, we haven't seen this one in a while. The Pan-Pacific Defense Corps is still looking for an unregistered Jaeger that goes by the name or handle of Scrapper. If you saw Scrapper anywhere in our race coverage today, please comment below and tell us where you saw Scrapper. Alrighty, so man, the top 8. We are super excited about the semifinals next week, so we are switching to downhill action. So thank you everyone for joining us this evening. It's been my pleasure. I am Rubber Toe from the Monster Motorsports Diecast Racing Network, home to the Pacific Rim Speedway. Yes, Holly. The police are telling us we have to leave now. It's time to go. It is. We gotta go. So stay safe and keep your wheels on the road.